People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone.
Mobsterboss Radio Live is an adult themed show intended to be listened to by adults over the age of 18. If you're under the age of 18, we would ask you to leave now. If you choose to stay, we will assume that you are here with the permission, under the supervision, and with the approval of your parent or guardian. Additionally, any content heard in Mobsterboss Radio should be considered for entertainment purposes only. And if you do not have a sense of humor, it'd probably be in your best interest to leave now as well. So with that said, let's get started.
Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain.
Stick your thumb up her butthole. Promise you, it's nice, clean. You eat cake off Lady Starfish, okay?
No. You put thumb up nice lady butthole. I put my fist up yours. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Holy fuck, Knuckles! I've got freckles on my tank. How awesome is that?
Come out of the rain when you're strange.
I need to cool it on the Thai food. Seriously, dude, light a candle.
Oh, when you're strange.
Candy here. Foreplay. I just wanna fuck. You're listening to Mobsterboss Radio Live. Radio Live.
Back by popular demand.
Let's get ready to rumble!
JD. Sonnie.
And Lester.
Let's do it then!
Ang susunod na palabas ay rated PG.
You're listening to Mobsterboss Radio Live.
Motherfuck, noise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, noise. Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers, rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts, rolling blunts and smoking.
Let me get a nickel bag.
$15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me, oh. My jungle love, yeah. Oh, we, I think I wanna know ya. Yeah, what?
What happened to the fucking tough guy? Told my friend stick it up his fucking ass. Where's your fucking balls? I'll be there in the morning. You can fucking try me, fatso. You fucking try me.
Get this through your head, you Jew motherfucker, you. You only exist out here because of me. You said I'm bringing heat on you? I gotta listen to people because of your fucking shit? You're ordering me out? You better get your own fucking army, pal. Your fucking warrant don't ever go over my fucking head again. You motherfucker, you. I'm what counts out here. Not your fucking country clubs or your fucking TV shows.
There's a lot of things gonna change out here, and if you want to be there with me...
That's why I told this way.
Fucker.
That's why.
You hear me or what?
Told this way. She told me to walk this way. Told this way. Walk this way. Told this way. Well, just give me a kiss.
You know what? We are not your grandmother's radio station. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. But right now, you're about to be entertained.
Hey there, I'm Big Tiny. I'm the host of Big Tiny's Oldies and More, where we play music from the 50s to today's favorites. So check us out Monday through Friday and see what we're playing right here on Spreaker.
Now we must be ready.
Candy here with JD, Sonnie, and Lester. You're listening to Mobsterboss Radio Live.
If anybody says that this show is overproduced, I'll punch you in the fucking balls. JD here, Mobsterboss Radio Live. Sonnie, are you there?
I am.
All right. We don't have enough production pieces in that intro.
Wow.
We could probably fit a couple more. 5 minutes of intros. Thanks, Lester.
Yeah, no kidding.
Jesus. I'm like, when is the intros going to stop?
No kidding. No kidding. I went and made a pot of coffee.
No kidding. Hey, I know we should have did this before. Did you switch over your microphone on your end?
No.
You can tell we're back from vacation.
Oh, shit.
Fresh back from vacation. I sat down here. It's been a couple weeks since we've been live here on the radio. And I go, how in the fuck do I work all this shit that I used to use here?
I'm better now, right?
Much better.
Sounded like a fucking monkey in a tunnel, right?
Exactly what it is. Anyways, we've got Lady Cobra in the chat room. Loco Killa. I think they're fighting.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Ann Chapman's there as well. And hello to anybody else who ends up stopping. And we are the worst rated show on Spreaker.
We think we are now. Since we've kind of we've been busy with some terrestrial stuff.
Yep.
So we kind of haven't been as focused on Spreaker as we'd like to be.
Yep.
And I think we're probably down around page 7 now. I don't know. I don't care.
7 or 8, it don't matter.
You know, Lester had a good turnout on his last couple of shows.
Well, that's good. I'm glad Lester's doing well.
Yeah, no shit.
At least somebody's doing well around here.
Yeah.
Anyways, Local Killer's got some issues and news. He wants to know when it's safe to call. I'd say maybe around the end of the show. We'll probably have some time to fill today. We got lots to talk about.
We got lots to talk about, but I think we can squeeze him in, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know about squeezing them in. Oh, wait, am I allowed to do fat jokes about Local Killer?
I don't know. From what I heard, he's been losing weight.
No kidding.
Yeah, been getting himself in shape and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk? Lots to talk about, as we mentioned, the contest, the $20 contest. We haven't done that in a while.
I think we ought to do one today.
We should do that today. We'll talk about the flu. Hockey's coming back. Our Facebook page. And, of course, I mentioned we're fresh back from vacation. Ended up going to Vegas for a few days and got myself engaged finally.
You did.
This is big news in the world of JD.
Yes, it is. I'm pretty proud of you, though. I really am. I mean, you've got a solid thing going on now.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. I think things are well, but everybody knows the JD history.
Right, but I've
here.
seen a big change in you over the last several years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've turned into a
softie.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Right.
Okay.
So, anyways, when we went out to get engaged in Vegas, and Sonnie knows a little bit about it, but I didn't get a chance to talk to you because we've both been sick. Shit. In fact, Sonnie, you were supposed to meet me out there, and you didn't end up making it out there because you were just too sick to fly.
I was just too sick to fly. I had fever. And then turns out, I was going to take my girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
And it turns out that the day we were going to leave, she had the beginning stages of the real flu.
Yep.
So fuck all of that.
Yeah. And when I got back, I was puking and shitting my face off. And but no, had I not had this proposal plan in place, we probably would have canceled our trip because we had the trip insurance. I just would have went another time. But here's the deal, and if you checked out our Facebook page, you know what happened, because I posted a photo of it on our Facebook page. But when we went out to the MGM Grand, I had some help from Brad Garrett out there. Now, if you don't know who Brad Garrett is, he's the taller guy from Everybody Loves Raymond, the comedy series.
Right. What was his name on the show? Do you remember?
Robbie.
That's right.
Robert.
Yeah, Robert. Yeah.
Oh my God, that guy is hilarious. By the way.
Yeah.
But anyways, I got a hold of his people, and through we've got connections.
Well, you know what? And people don't realize that. They think it's just all about. We really do have connections.
Yep. So
I mean, yeah.
I went through there and I said, hey, listen, have Brad give me a call, because we did some stuff with him a couple of years ago. I think when we started doing interviews, we had interviewed him, and he said that I could call him anytime. So
and you know what? The guy, and he wasn't one of those guys that just gratuitously said that. He fucking called you back.
He did himself.
Yeah.
So he said, what do you want to do? And so I said, well, here's what I'm looking to do. I want to propose to my girlfriend out in Vegas. I said, we'll be coming to your show. We got front row seats right up front. I said, I'd like to do it at your show, and maybe we could do something fun. Because I don't want the traditional, all lovey-dovey, blah, 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 fucking bullshit. I want something fun, exciting, and memorable. And he's like, well, I'm all in. Yeah, no problem. What do you want to do? I said, well, maybe you've got some ideas, because you know how your show works. I don't know how his comedy show works. He's like, well, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to improv it. We're not going to plan anything. Okay. So I said, so I'm just going to show up, and we're going to just do this. And he's like, yeah, we'll just do it. He's like, do you guys get offended easily? And I'm like, no, not at all. So the way that went is...
do we get offended? What a fucking question.
So I get on a plane to Vegas. First off, the girlfriend had no idea that this was going down. So I had to smuggle this ring in my carry-on, because I didn't want to lose $2,000 ring. It's not real expensive,
Well, it's $2,000, man.
It's $2,000. I didn't want to lose it on the way to Vegas, especially when you got a plan like this in place.
Right.
So I come up to TSA, an agent there, and you know how they like to work with people.
Right.
So I noticed my girlfriend's on the other side dealing with another agent, and I go, listen, I said, I've got an engagement ring in my carry-on. I said, if you need to search me or go through anything like that, I said, just take me in the back room. Here I am asking for a raping. But I said, seriously, just take me in the back room. Don't make any fuss. Just take me back there, and we'll go through the stuff. I have no problem with that.
And hey, I'm hearing this part for the first time, because you and I talk a lot, but here the past few days we've both been so down with the crud that we really haven't had a chance to, because I haven't heard how this all went out.
No. So you're hearing this as well for the first time.
Yeah.
So he goes, okay. I said, she's right over there. She's being checked right now. And he's like, okay. So he scans through everything, and I take my belt off and all that good shit. I go through, and the TSA agent just gives me a thumbs up. He's like, you're good to go. And he's like, good luck.
Yeah.
Real easy to get through.
Wow.
That's fine. So then I had to get out there. We got out there just in time for New Year's Eve, watch all the fireworks in Vegas and all the good stuff. The next day comes, it's go day. 7 o'clock that night at his comedy show, we had to show up. So I'm getting a text message from him, from Brad.
Right.
And I'm texting him, and my girlfriend's looking over my shoulder, kind of like, who are you texting? Now, at this point, I've got to be like, yeah, I can't tell you who I'm texting right now. Why not? So now it becomes an issue.
Oh, no.
Like, just never mind. I said, we'll talk about it later. And I said, it'll be funny, I promise you. Okay. So then I get another message from one of my close friends here from his wife. And she goes, did you do it yet? Did you do it yet? Or whatever. And I'm like, God damn it. Stop texting me, people. So I'm deleting her text. And and my girlfriend looks over, and she sees that I'm texting my best friend's wife, and I'm hiding my phone. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Because at this point now I look suspicious as hell. And we're here at the comedy club. I'm like, I said, I just got to tell you later. So we're sitting there at in line for the comedy club, and Brad sent out one of his people. And the guy comes up to me. He's like, "Is your name John?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, the hotel heard that you were coming down here for the show, and seeing as you're staying here, he's like, we'd like to give you preference in front of the line. We're just going to take you in right now."
Wow.
I'm like, this is awesome. People around us are like, "Hey, we're staying here too, blah, blah, blah." You know? So they pull us out of this huge line and take us right up front, and we're sitting there. We get some drinks and so on. And the night's going by. Now, mind you, Brad had 3 other comedians with him. Vargas something. Vargas apparently has an HBO special. I forgot. The whole thing was kind of a blur. I hardly remember the other 3 comedians, but they were just as funny. The whole show was based around how marriage is horrible.
Oh, my God. I love it, man. I love it.
Now, when Brad came out and he started going off on this, he was kind of like the MC guy, so he was joking with people and being married and so on and picking on people, and he told me that I looked like no, he goes, "Did anybody else or did everybody get laid here for New Year's Eve?" And so on. And I'm just kind of sitting there, yeah, He points me out and he goes, "Look, this guy here, he's not even excited about it. You know why? Because he's used to fucking in a trailer park." He doesn't know what to think of Vegas. So, yeah, Vargas Mason. That's what Local Killer Vargas Mason, that's the guy. So, anyways, he goes on with the show. He starts asking people, "Are you married? Are you married?" Well, everybody that he asked had been married in the past. So everybody's on their second and third marriages.
Right.
And one person in the front row was there with a woman who was married, but the husband didn't know that she was there.
Oh, my God. There you go. That's a real treat. Huh?
Yeah, but then eventually he found someone else in the crowd that was there. A woman that was there with a guy, and her husband didn't know.
Oh, I love it.
Now, he asked everybody if anybody had been married more than once in the room. I swear on my life, everybody raised their hands.
Yeah.
Everybody did. And he goes, "Who here would get married again?" And like over half the room raised their hand, or under half the room raised their hand.
Under half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh my God." So the whole thing was just dissing marriage and shit like that.
He planned this out. That's cool.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, so he's playing it up in between bits. Well, the first comedian comes out, starts talking about the married life and how horrible it is.
Oh, my God.
And he goes, you just might as well take half your shit and march it right down the aisle on wedding day.
I love it. I love it.
A bunch of other stuff. Then the next comedian comes out and rags on about how horrible marriage is and his stories. And then at the end of the night, he goes, "Okay, do we have any questions in the crowd?" And I'm thinking, okay, is this my cue? Because he had already said, "Listen, we're going to improv on this."
Right.
I said, "Well, I guess it's my cue. I don't have any questions. I don't know how he's thinking." So I just let the first one go. Someone ask a question. And he answers the question and so on. And then he goes, "Okay, well, that's it for now." And he's like, and then he looks over at me and he goes, "Is your name, whatever?"
Right.
I go, "Well, yeah." So he goes, says my last name and says my girlfriend's first and last name. And at this point, she's like, "What the fuck?" Like, she's just blown away,
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, apparently you have something to say." I'm like, okay. He's like, "Come on up on stage." So I get up on stage, and we're messing around. and I don't remember everything, but I remember doing some comedy with him. It was kind of great, actually. He was looking for his camera guy. He's like, we've been planning this for 3 fucking months, and now I don't have my camera guy here because he paid a camera crew to come in and take pictures and video.
Oh, cool.
Of all this stuff. So the camera guy was there. I don't know where the video guy was. So finally came around, and I got my girlfriend up on stage and laughing and joking, and something else was going wrong, and I go to Brad. I'm like, Brad, maybe this is a bad night to do this. Maybe we shouldn't be doing this. And he's like, no, you shut the fuck up. He's like, we're going to get this done. And so it was a great night overall. And then I get down on one knee eventually, and the proposal went, no, what did I say? No, I'm going too far ahead of myself. I got up on stage and I said, hey, my name's JD. I said, I've been married once before, which makes me a whore. I
love it.
I said, this is my girlfriend over here, and I say her name. I say, she's a whore because she's been married before.
Oh, my God.
I said, it's got to be something about basement comedy shows that attracted nothing but a bunch of whores and sluts. And so the crowd was laughing, but I get up on one knee and I said, I understand that we're both whores, but we love each other very much, and so I'm asking you if you would allow me the opportunity to drag half my shit down the aisle and marry you.
That's good.
Yeah. So then she said yes, and it was great, and we did some more joking on stage. I wish I would have had video of it because I was on fire, dude. So ended up after the show, while we were on stage, we got the pictures done and everything, and got all set. So it went without a hitch. Everything was perfect.
Cool.
We ended up having drinks bought for us at the MGM afterwards by him, that's why I was hoping, because you were supposed to be out there at this time.
Right.
At the end of the night, I'm like, fuck, Sonnie could have come out and partied with us, but
I was laying up feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah, you were.
I was, man.
So I've got a picture of my girlfriend, my fiance now, myself, and Brad Garrett on our Facebook page. If you look up Mobsterboss Radio, us on stage. And it was a good night. And after a while, you get those congratulations from the crowd and stuff like that. Everybody comes up to you and so on. But, dude, Vargas came out along with another comedian. He goes, dude, he's like, do you do stand-up comedy? Like, no, not really. He's like, you need to start. Because he's like, you were a natural up there. Just the way the Brad and I were bouncing off it. Kind of like you and I, when we do our thing here. And that's pretty much the way I played it. But
well, cool
it was
deal.
awesome. And when I was talking to the crowd and when I was talking to my girlfriend, Brad was on the side of the stage and he was doing like sign language, like he was signing, interpreting.
Oh, my God. I love it.
Oh, it was great.
I love it. Hey, speaking of pictures, you got another picture on the way, didn't you?
Yes.
On the way out there.
On the way out to Vegas, I got the chance. Get this, I'm sitting in the plane, and they're like, this seat right here is supposed to be so-and-so, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And I'm like, looked at my girlfriend. I said, did he just say Floyd Mayweather? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, I don't know what that looks like him, but we'll see. So I looked up Floyd Mayweather Jr. because I'm like, that's what I'm thinking, because that's the popular one,
Right.
I'm like, no, he's too old for that. And I'm like, well, let me look up Floyd Mayweather Sr. Sure enough, I'm sitting next to Floyd Mayweather Sr. on the plane. Right next to me in the seat. So I don't talk to him because you don't want to bother a celebrity that whole time.
Right.
So we're there, and then we get off the plane, and he's lost. He can't get to his next gate, but he's going from the same town that I flew from to Vegas himself. And I noticed he was having some problems, so I walked up to him. I said, listen, are you going to Vegas? He goes, yeah, I'm going to Vegas. I'm like, Why don't you tag along with me? We're going to the same gate. We'll try to figure this out together. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll do that. So he starts telling me, he's like, do you even know who I am? Type thing. You know who I am? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, you ever heard of Floyd Mayweather Jr.? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, I'm his dad. He's like, I'm a boxing trainer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no shit. I'm like, right away, I thought, goddamn, or Sonnie probably is wishing he were here.
Oh, yeah.
But we ended up flagging down somebody to give us a ride because we had to go to the other end of this fucking airport in Houston. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, but along the whole way, the whole way, people were stopping going, Floyd, will you take my picture? Blah, blah, blah. We're still walking and shit like that. He wouldn't take any pictures with anybody. Nothing like that. So we finally get to our gate, and we're sitting separate from each other. And he's like, I really appreciate it. He's like, I didn't know that. He's like, I live in the town that we flew out of. He's like, Floyd and I are practically, Floyd lives down the street from me.
Really?
And I had no idea this whole time, but he's got a second house in Vegas that he goes to back and forth.
Right.
So
right.
I'm like, no, I said, that's cool. He's like, I said, maybe I'll catch up with you sometimes. Like, yeah, we'll do that. He's like, I live right here. Catch up with me. So in the meantime, I'm like, well, do you mind if I get a photo with you before we get on the plane here? He's like, no problem at all.
Wow.
So I got my
cool.
picture. I've got that uploaded on our Facebook page as well. Me and the Floyd Mayweather Sr.
There you go.
Putting our dukes up. So
there you go.
It was an exciting trip. But that was my engagement trip to Vegas.
Floyd Sr., he kind of partakes of the juice. He likes I think his big whiskey is some cheap fucking 7-7 or something. Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. God damn it. He tipped the guy that gave us a ride in the airport, those fucking
those little carts.
Yeah, those carts they drive through. Yeah, dude, he pulled out a wad of fucking $100 bills.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm like, holy shit, Floyd! Like it was a thick 2-inch wad of $100 bills.
That's when you say, I'm going to propose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jesus, somebody to walk around with that much fucking, I don't know, that much money is crazy.
Well, yeah, but being in the spotlight like that, it would kind of be a bad thing to kind of rob a guy like that.
Yeah, a boxing trainer.
Yeah,
I'm sure he still has got it. I'm sure he could still fucking slap somebody in the face.
Yeah, in between stints in jail and stuff like that, he's probably still got it.
Probably does still.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I ran over with my story a little bit.
It's all right.
Yeah, that was the way the trip went. We got lots to talk about though coming up here. We're going to try to give away
$20.
$20, right?
Yep.
Okay. I think that's it, right?
Yep.
Okay. We'll take a quick break. Oh, we got some news on KTRN and the Big DC. We'll talk about them coming up here in a while, too.
Yeah, little bitches.
Bitches. All right, we'll be right back. This is Mobsterboss Radio.
Welcome back to Mobsterboss Radio Live with JD, Sonnie, and Lester.
JD, Sonnie, and Lester here, Mobsterboss Radio Live. Welcome back. Sorry to take so long on my engagement story here at the beginning of the show. I kind of got wrapped up in it. It was a pretty exciting thing for me.
Yeah, it was. Well, sure it was.
Yeah, we'll move on. There's been a lot going on lately in the world. We're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about KTRN radio here in just a few. Also, the latest buzz that's been going around is this bullshit on gun control, gun safety, who should own a gun, who shouldn't own a gun.
Right.
A lot of violence going on.
Yep.
especially in my neck of the woods. I don't know about where you're at.
Oh, well, it's always violent down here.
I don't know. Biggie says, congrats, by the way, JD. Thanks, Biggie. We've got Guy Shea in the room now as well. Thanks, Long, and Night Riders here, too. But, yeah, it just seems like more and more people are going fucking crazy. This whole week we've had an old couple murdered. Some guy just walked into an old couple's house and murdered them. Took their car.
Really?
Yeah. So they're on their case. We've had robbery after robbery over here. Just, different shit. Apparently there was another school shooting out in California.
Hey, for anybody wondering if we are aware that our timing is off today, we are aware. We were talking about it during the break. I asked JD if he felt like kind of off time today as well as much as I do, and you know what? That really comes from us not being on the air.
Yep, it sure does.
Yeah.
So back to the subject. Are you for or against gun control, Sonny?
Here's what I'm not for gun control, and I don't think that I've kind of got some mixed feelings about the assault rifles, but I'm not for gun control. I don't think that but I have probably a different view than everybody listening. I don't think anybody's coming to get anybody's fucking guns.
No. That will not happen. There will be a civil war, and all hell will break loose, and the government knows that.
Well, and they're just not going to do it. And every back in Clinton's day, all of these same arguments. There's nothing new. There's nothing new. And can I give my opinion of what's really happening real quick? I can do it in 1 minute. Rather than, I think the NRA who gave the impression that they're there they're all for the Second Amendment, and they're there to ensure that your constitutional rights are in place. I think that they have sold out back in 2005. Mm-hmm. I think they entered into an agreement, so much so that their only mission now is to breed fear. By breeding fear into people, they'll cause a rush on the purchase of guns. They want people to believe that somebody's coming out after their guns, and this has resulted in a 4 times average sale of guns. Mm-hmm. Consequently, their donations and their income for 2010, they reported to the NRA. This is a group. This is a fucking club. This is a lobbying group. They made $220 million. And it's basically, I think they're in bed to try to sell guns, and that's it. And I think they've entered into an agreement with the gun manufacturers, and that's all this is about. Nobody's coming to get your fucking guns.
All right, now we got Chris on the line. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hello, guys.
What's up?
I can tell when JD's slipping when he has to ask about, like, you, Sonny, with guns.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Texan against gun control is like a prostitute against sex.
Yeah,
yeah. It just doesn't happen.
Well, you
I've
never
got
know.
as many guns as I've got socks. We know that.
We've got more guns than socks.
I know.
All right. Well, what was you had an issue. You said you had an issue.
Well, I had a few things. When you started the show, you started talking about terrestrial radio wars or something like that. What is that? I think a terrestrial war. I'm thinking of E.T.
Well, no, we're not in a terrestrial radio war. We've been doing some terrestrial radio stuff, which has taken us away from what we've been doing on Spreaker. Mm-hmm. It's kind of interfered in a lot of stuff. We've just kind of been sidetracked away from Spreaker, but we're trying to get back into the swing of things, and because as is evidenced by Lester's last few shows, our show. Hell, I don't know. When did we do a show last?
Fuck, I don't even remember.
But anyway, I mean, we always.
I know when we last
get
did.
good-
I know when we last did one on the other station, but not
right,
Spreaker.
right. But no, but I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's another thing that has really kind of wrecked our timing right now, is because we've kind of gotten into the pattern of watching certain things that we say now, and so it's kind of hard to just cut loose now.
Well, I want to say I don't think you guys really lost your timing. I kind of think maybe you guys just might have woke up, or
well, and plus we've both got the crud.
Yeah,
that's the crud spelled with a capital K.
I would like to congratulate you, JD, on your engagement.
Thank you.
And are you both sitting down now?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
All right. Now, I've talked a little bit to Sonnie about women over the years, and you, JD. I think I might have met a girl.
Oh no!
You mean like? Are you talking about like the girl?
I'm thinking. Well, yeah. Like I haven't like on my Facebook or anything like that said anything to anyone, but
well, it's not official till it's official on Facebook.
That's what I've been told, you know. But
so you're talking about a real girl, not your usual leave $75 on the nightstand, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
You
Well,
know,
that's cool.
you know, clean my room and I'll talk to you later. You know.
Yeah.
No, this
wow.
one. Yeah, I'm.
When do we get to talk to her?
Oh fuck, God.
Yeah.
Dude, I get it. I'm in the pot with her right now. She's like kind of like Russian stuff a little bit.
She's a Russian mail order bride.
Mail order bride.
No, Jay. No. It's not. I actually dated her a few times in high school.
She escaped from a human trafficking deal.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Oh my God, for real,
wow.
huh?
Well, not that, but you know my legal issues right at the moment and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to explain my lifestyle. And
He met her in a hotel
aspects
sucking the
really
black guy's
scaring
dick
her.
for $50.
You know, I knew talking to you guys was a big mistake about
No, it's not a big mistake. You know, we're just having fun with you. Listen, dude.
I know that, but she's got other shit.
She's got what?
She called in, and I told her I was calling in. I'd call her back and stuff. And
What
like,
you
I
should-
want to hear this stuff. And I'm like, oh God.
So she's listening.
No, not yet. She'll probably play the replays, and I hope to God she doesn't find the old shows.
Well, it sounds like she doesn't understand much English anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh man, if she ever hears our old shows, fuck. I'm done.
Wow. So how long have you been dating this chick or whatever?
Just a couple weeks right now.
Okay.
But I mean, like I said, we used to go out when we were kids, 17, 18 years old.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Is she the one that gave you crabs?
No.
She'll be listening to this.
You're an ass.
Trying to figure out the gonorrhea. Was it
You know
that
what?
one?
This is gonna. You get with a like a permanent, real thing chick. You're gonna save a lot of money now.
My God.
You know, not having to drop $50 to $75 for a head job. I mean, this is good.
Yep. The phone sex bills, they'll go away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You guys do know that I can still torture you as well.
His subscriptions to the online video strip sessions.
Yeah.
It will never amount to all Sonny's divorce lawyer bills.
Well, okay, you got me there.
Right.
You got me there.
Wow,
you know it's
so-
bad when you have to keep an attorney on retainer just for marriage type issues.
So, Chris, have you had sex with this girl yet?
No.
Oh, God.
And-
I hear Russians like being dry-dicked anally. Try that.
Yeah.
And she has invited me to stay over her house a couple times already.
Jesus. Sounds like
and
I'm
you
talking.
turned it down.
I have.
It sounds like we're talking to a 7th grader.
Wow.
We're going to have a sleepover.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring my teddy bear.
Okay, if you guys haven't been having sex and stuff, what do you guys do together?
Oh, we went out, had a few drinks.
You have phone sex?
What's that?
You have phone sex?
No, I'm not into phone sex. I'm not even into porn, believe it or not. You'd think, a man of my stature would be a big porn connoisseur, but it doesn't really do much for me. I'm a hands-on type of guy.
So, as Sonnie asked, what have you done with her then?
Yeah, the usual, kid stuff.
Are you to first base yet?
Oh, dude, first day, this is me. I'm at least hitting a triple.
You did not finger bang her.
Oh, wait a minute. So you finger banged her?
A little bit of red Russian glaze on his hand.
Do we have to talk about stuff on the radio, stuff I can be held accountable for? You guys know the problem.
This is good stuff, man.
Jesus.
Oh, but I will say this. You know how when you crack your knuckles and stuff like that?
Yeah.
She can make my knuckles crack.
Really? Really? So let me ask you something. When you finger bang her, do you take her all the way?
What do you do, Sonny?
Well, I usually stick my dick in, but I'm saying though, since you're working this first, second, and third base stuff, so when you're finger banging her, do you bring her all the way? Do you get her off?
Of course I do.
Does she jerk you off?
As a little bit, but she wants to. I don't know. She wants to slow it down because
Wow.
This is great.
She thinks I'm like a man whore, and
Well, that's pretty much true, but I want you to think about this. There you are. You've got your fingers buried up in her twat.
No, not fingers plural. One.
Okay, finger. And you're working her clit, getting her off. She's got your joint in your hand, jerking it off. Why don't you guys just go ahead and have sex? Have you had oral sex?
Hold on. Were you there?
Wow. Have you guys had oral sex?
No.
You're working on that.
Well, her work schedule and my schedule is tough, so it's kind of like a weekend thing so far.
Oh, gotcha.
So you're not really dating then?
I got to get my ducks in a row because there are a few other females and stuff that I got to make sure that don't pull a fatal attraction JD bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
I guess so.
I just got to kind of sever ties. So once I sever the ties with the other retards, then I'll be all set.
Well, severing the ties with the other ones is just quitting paying them, right?
Jesus.
I can't catch a break with you two.
I know.
You guys are saying you miss a beat. We're not in sync. I mean, I know you like the Backstreet Boys, but
You know what? Do her a favor and spread some vodka on her vagina and eat it.
There you go.
Dude, she's got a thing for chocolate vodka, too.
There you go. And then marry her when you're done so she can stay in the country.
Well, if I ever need marriage advice, I would be sure to go to you two.
Yeah. Yeah, I can give you some good marriage advice.
We got it for you.
Don't.
All right. Well, good luck, Chris.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you.
I'll talk to you later.
See you, bye.
You bet.
Can you imagine watching him have sex with somebody?
Yeah. I'm just trying to. Once you start finger banging them and stuff like that, I mean, it's just. I don't even understand why they go, oh, I'm not going to do that, but rub my clit this way. I don't get it.
Well, good luck, Chris.
Yes, good luck.
Good luck to you.
He sounds different even, doesn't he?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So to get back to the discussion on gun control, you know what? I think we can fix all this school violence and all this other shit. And I was sitting here the other day, pardon me, sucking in some snot and boogers. Sitting here the other day talking to my now fiance about what the hell's going on. I'm like, what in the world is the deal here? And she brought up something on her phone that said, one thing in life that we're missing out on is the golden rule. And it led me to think that's one thing that we are not teaching in the schools anymore. Remember back in the day, back when I was in school, you were taught the golden rule.
Right.
Do you ever hear them doing that anymore? Do they even mention that in schools anymore?
I don't think so. I think that some group would have a problem with it, you know?
I'm guessing that that's pretty much the basis of this generation. People just do not know what the golden rule is.
That's right.
If we were to get somebody on the phone and say, do you know what the golden rule is? They would have to Google search it to figure it out. Well, I don't know what the golden rule is.
I believe you're probably right. And that is true.
As Ann Chapman just said, the golden rule, question mark. She's younger. Well, I know they taught that over in Europe.
Yeah. I mean, I'm certain that they did.
The golden rule, of course, treat others as you would want to be treated.
Correct.
I mean, that's what's missing in the schools. That's what's missing teaching these kids. I think they probably started doing that. These kids now that are 18 and 19 going in and shooting up the motherfucking place. And, you know, you think about it, that's about the time they started pulling religion out of the schools. And not saying religion is good for it, but when you pull religion and morals out of the schools and try to keep things basic like that, you know, now you're like, well, why is this shit going on?
Well, you know, and you and I have had a discussion about this. When I was in school 150 years ago, when two kids got into it, had a little scuff or whatever, when they had a fight, the fight was over. You know what I mean? Actually, truly, somebody said, I give.
Yeah.
And then that was the end of the deal. Now, these kids who have no clue of what life's about or anything like that whip out a gun or a knife and they kill somebody. Or they've got their gang chasing them, and it's all about that shit. And these guys don't have a fucking clue what's in store for them later.
No. And here's part of the problem, too, is the welfare system is paying for a lot of these gang members.
Oh, what are you talking about? You're exactly right.
Now, the state that I'm in just came out with a law, and I had no idea that this was coming. If you have a felony warrant of any type, they cut off your benefits.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we're calling for the same thing as Florida has, where you have to piss in the cup to get welfare benefits.
Well, and I don't think that that's a bad idea.
I don't think it is.
I honestly don't. If you are dependent on the state for food and basically your essentials, then you're telling the state that you have no ability to get out there and support yourself. I mean, that's pretty much what you're saying, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, then what the fuck? Where are you getting the money for the drugs? Are you selling your I don't think they have food stamps as a coupon anymore, but no. What are they doing? Are they selling that shit?
Well, here's the deal: is now that the governments are making food stamps. Food stamps used to come in a fucking booklet. You'd rip off a fucking stamp and pay for your bread or your milk or whatever the fuck you needed. Right. Needed was the word. Now they give you a goddamn Visa debit MasterCard. So first of all, it takes away the shame of having food assistance. And I guarantee you, shame is motivation to getting a fucking job and getting off your ass.
Well, let me tell you. Now, here in Texas, they give them a card, but that motherfucker is white with a flag on it, and it says the Lone Star card. And I promise you, everybody knows what the Lone Star card is. So when you whoop that card out, everybody in line sees that you're using food stamps.
Yeah.
Except for a guy like me that I said, that's pretty cool, the flag on your card. I had no clue that woman was using food stamps. And, of course, she was all putting it back in her purse and doing all this sort of stuff.
Well, the funny thing about that is when they first came out with these debit cards that are painted like that, is people didn't care. You know, people, whatever. Now, And this was just, 4 years ago? Now you look at people, and people are getting pissed off at these people sucking off the government.
They are.
People are getting seriously mad. I mean, I know myself. I'll be in line, and maybe it's bad of me to do. It's very bad of me to do, but I'll be sitting in line at the grocery store. There'll be somebody with $200 in groceries, and I'll be there with my $100 worth of groceries that I've got to pay cash for.
Right. Right.
And and my shit isn't the brand name stuff. I got to buy off-brand stuff sometimes.
Sure.
And they're there with all their brand name shit and juices and waters and junk food and fucking if you can put it down your fucking mouth and it's not alcohol, you can buy it with a goddamn food stamp card.
I think they can actually buy candy, can't they?
Yes. Fucking candy. So they load up on $200 worth of shit and they bust out their card. I'm immediately appalled and mad at them. And it could be a legitimate group of people that just lost their job and lost everything, and maybe they need it. But I'm with the rest of America, the working Americans, that immediately think these fuckers are abusing the system and we're tired of it.
I agree. And I want to say something about welfare that we need to focus on just as much as the people having welfare. When you look at the CEO on television giving a statement about his earning, just know that the majority of big corporate America receives more corporate welfare than all the people dragging in welfare combined. Mm-hmm. So when you see the CEO of whatever company up there, you look up and see how much money they receive in corporate welfare and just realize that son of a bitch that you would lay down for and be in awe of when he's in the room. Just remember, he's a fucking welfare recipient. And I think we need to focus on that as well. We've been trained to go after the little guy. Mm-hmm. And it does piss you off when you're in line. I agree. And you've got to come up with your money to pay for your groceries while somebody doesn't care. Because this is all free money to them. And I get that. It irritates me. But it also, I don't want to lose sight of the fact that the biggest welfare is in corporate America and the major corporations. I have no sympathy for a company going under. I have none at all. And I don't understand why these big corporate giants need to draw all of this welfare money. I don't get it. And if you take all of the corporate welfare, you combine that, and then combine that with, I mean, I realize that some people abuse the welfare system, probably most, mm-hmm. and that does piss me off. But this corporate welfare pisses me off even more, and it ought to piss everybody else off, too.
And it does. It pisses off the hardworking people. Whether you're, and it's the same in Canada. Canadians get pissed off with people on welfare, too. It's just we're tired of paying for everybody else.
Well, now in Canada, did you not say that you can draw disability or some form of free money from just being fat?
Yes, you may.
That's crazy.
But people are just fucking tired of it. I know I'm tired of it. Just fucking had it. But anyways,
I agree. I think that I don't know what needs to be done. I wish these people that are all over all of this stuff, the Alex Jones and all of these guys that are into all of these conspiracy theories, but they're also into this deal about these people drawing all the welfare. I wish that they would do something besides just run their fucking mouth and draw corporate sponsor money.
Yeah. Stop running your fucking suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We got to take a break. We're going to come back. We only have about 5 minutes left. We're just eating away the time today, just running. We got a lot to say, apparently.
I guess.
We've got. We're going to try to do the $20 drawing coming up next, and an update on KTRN Radio. This is Mobsterboss Radio Live. We'll be right back.
Candy here. You're listening to Mobsterboss Radio Live.
Radio Live.
JD.
Radio Live.
Sonnie.
And Lester.
Welcome back.
And welcome back to Mobsterboss Radio Live. My name is JD. Sonnie is here. Lester in the sound control booth. Lester's been quiet today. He's just been kind of chilling out there.
What's up with him?
I think he's got the flu.
You know, that's everywhere.
Yeah, it sure is. Sure is. Anyways. All right, so do you want to quick do the $20 drawing?
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Let me get my stuff loaded up. I'm loaded up now.
Okay.
I'm ready to rock and roll. Uh, 42.
Number 42. Going to be Maddie Franton II.
Who?
Maddie Franton II.
I thought you was talking about some relative of Pete Frampton or something.
No.
Peter Frampton.
Maddie Franton II.
All right.
So he's got $20. He's got till next Friday to claim his prize. You do have to have PayPal. We have to be able to send it to your PayPal.
Exactly.
Now KTRN and the Big DC looks like they're fighting back and forth.
Well, now this is really this just kind of, I don't know. It just warms my heart to hear that. Two fucking child sex perverts now that were teamed together in a child sex gig. Yep. Now they're arguing.
Mm-hmm. They sure are.
The fucking pervert fight.
Now I don't know what caused the fight. I haven't had time. Like I said, we just got back, and it was just before I came on here that I'd read something like this. Now there's back and forth banter going between the two of them.
Are they putting each other down in this band? I haven't seen it.
They are. Now, the Big DC is claiming to have worked a year and a half with mentally unstable and handicapped people. So he's a professional. He's an expert on this shit.
Of course he is.
And his wife's been doing that for 13 years. Well, yeah, she's been married to you for 13 years, you fat fuck.
Yeah, no shit.
That's her experience in dealing with mentally unstable retards. Being married to your stupid ass. And then you've got KTRN radio with the fucking womanizers and fucking pothead dumbasses. They're over there claiming that the Big DC isn't a psychologist and he can kiss their ass pretty much. And which they're kind of right. He's not a psychologist. He's a fat ass dumbass.
He is a dumbass. But do you see a pattern here?
I am seeing. It seems like the shit is just flowing out of that radio show.
Look what happened to Adam. And then we had a long talk with Adam, and come to find out, Adam had been milked for money, paying part of their bills and doing all of this sort of stuff. And they want to, that guy's got some child support issues and all of that sort of stuff. So they want to throw that out. But it turns out that Larson's had all kinds of child support issues, domestic violence issues. These guys are they're just a walking goddamn zoo.
Yep.
You know, it's really funny. We were talking about gun control.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it is in the state that he lives, but if you've ever been convicted of a domestic violence charge, which he has.
Yep.
In Texas, you're not allowed to fucking own a gun from now on. You can't get your concealed carry license. You're just not allowed to carry a gun. Now, I don't know about the ownership. You may be able to own one and keep it for the protection in your home. I don't know.
Yeah.
But and then I heard them do a show about that. And then you've got, they're fucking nuts. You've got BK who lives off the fucking system.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing: is I'm looking at
Mexico.
I'm looking at that radio show. I don't see BK attached to that fucking account even. Nothing.
Oh, I thought. Well, you know what? I logged in. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and BK was doing his show, and of course Nick Larson, being the little prick that he is, of course he had to be a part of that show.
Well, get this: is I'd heard a show before we went to Vegas where Nick Larson and DC were all on together back when they loved each other.
Yeah.
And DC was ragging on us like crazy. And Guy
I
Shea.
heard about that, yeah.
And guess who was the little mangina who was sitting in the fucking background saying jack shit? Scared little vagina.
Larson.
Yep. He did his normal. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I when you mentioned that, and you told me about that deal that they were doing, I went over there and listened to a little bit about it, and they tried to. This was really funny. The little bit that I heard, they brought in who was the melonhead motherfucker that we had issues with. John Thompson.
Yep.
Larson was actually using a mentally unstable motherfucker like John Thompson as saying, well, you know, John Thompson said you guys didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do it. It is wrong, you know. But my point is he was using somebody like John Thompson as some kind of validation that they did a skit about fucking little boys in the ass. You know, it's just insane. And let's not forget when the big DC tries to give all of this deal, let's not forget all of the apology shows that he did.
Oh yes, and it sounds to me, I'm wondering if now that radio show and Nick Larson has screwed over the big DC over this web stuff, because their website's gone now. So I wonder if they found the big DC, and he seems like a dumb motherfucker that would give them money and support their website. As long as I get to do your website and I get to have a show for free on your network, then I will create an awesome website for you and your listeners. And so I guarantee you that fat motherfucker was paying for their server bills, and all of a sudden couldn't pay it, gave up.
I'm wondering. Because if you look, this is the same pattern that went out with when Adam was their guy.
That's exactly it.
You know, and it makes you wonder what the fuck happens. I mean, why do they always go south with each other?
They do, and it seems like the same core is part of that radio show, and that's Nick Larson, and nobody can fucking stand that cocksucker. Nobody can.
They can't hold themselves together. Do you know something? I just now thought about this when you was talking about that. You and I have been together on the radio for 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah. 5 years. No problems.
And we don't turn on each other. Jesus Christ. I don't get that.
I don't know. I don't get it either.
They're just, you know, and the fact that, remember that kind of mentally unstable chick that was on their show, which she was a nice girl.
Nicole? Yeah, from Hamilton.
Yes. They turned on her because they didn't think her fucking numbers were good enough while they were out there dragging 20 or 30 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So way to go. Again, you know, they've declared war on each other. So now they're having their own little radio war. So this is our opportunity maybe to sit back and just watch them go at it.
Well, you know, we should be able to get some gold out of this.
Yeah.
You know, I know they think that you steal our material. We don't steal your material. You set yourself up, you mindless fucks.
Yeah. So there you go. The big DC, if you want to add commentary to their pages, they'll probably block you. But that's fine. We're always looking for Facebook ads as well, likes. If you can, go on over to Facebook.com, Mobsterboss Radio. Just like our page for us. We want to get our numbers up there a little bit. Tell your friends to like us. I think we're going to have to start doing some of our contesting on Facebook.
Oh, I'm in.
That's what we're hoping to do here. The last Facebook contest, nobody participated. Nobody wanted in on it, so that's fine by us. Saved us money.
Yeah.
We want to give away money, and nobody wanted to take any of it.
Well, that's okay.
That's okay by us. Just gives us more money to do another contest that you guys aren't going to play.
That's crazy stuff.
So, anyways, congratulations to KTRN and the Big DC on your split. Apparently,
I think it's crazy. I think if anybody thinks our show is a little lackluster today, we'll be good to go next Friday.
Yeah, maybe we can hope. But
yeah, we had some issues about they didn't want us doing this, but they've since think that this is okay. So we're all good. So we're going to try to get back to doing what we have done so well here.
Yep, we're good in the hood.
Yeah,
good in the hood. All right, well, we're going to wrap up the show. Thanks again for joining us. You can always check us out at any time at mobsterbossradio.com. Facebook is the place to message us. We're always on Facebook, especially Lester. That motherfucker's on there all the time.
Yes, he is.
On behalf of myself, JD, and Sonnie and Lester, thanks for showing up today, and we'll catch you next Friday.
Later, my niggas.
See ya.